Greetings and welcome to the Robo Samurai channel, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Studio Series 8611 Perceptor. So here he is, and this is the box he comes in, and yeah, so he looks like that. Anyway, check this out. This is what it looks like on the side. He is a deluxe class. There's the stuff. He turns into a microscope and a tank. Amazing. He has a background. And there's all that, and there's that, and there's this. Okay, so now he's mounted on this thing. I've left all of the little plastic things attached. How do I do this? I don't know. This is part of their new... Actually, I do know. That's a lie. But this is where his gun was placed. It's just here on this piece here, and just kind of folded in there. And it turns out you can push these through this cardboard pretty easily. So, so I just kind of unhook it from the back way, and that's how you get this thing looking like that. So this is actually not the background it comes with. It comes with this background. Or should I say, he comes with this background right here. So put this aside, and then open this little guy up, and there it is. And you can have it, and you'll notice that this is exactly the same as that. So this here is what he would look like there. All right, so what have we got going on? Let's take a look at this. Whoops, those are the instructions. Actually, the instructions look like this. And hold on a second, guys. Whoops, stay there. He won't. There it is, and there's the Perceptor instructions. So just for reference, yeah, it's the same kind of black and white instructions you normally would get with these guys. So let me pick him up here. Let's take a look at him. So he's got his head is on a ball peg, so it can do the things that, it's okay. It can swivel left and right, but that's about all it really can do. So then we also have his microscope gun. You've got this. It can go... You can stretch it out like that. You can also just collapse it like this. The box art shows it kind of sitting like this. Here, check this out. See? Look, right there. See? Like that-ish. So, can it swivel to the left and right? Not really. It can pretty much just sit here. It could do that if you want. Like I said, you can make it really long. Do that. And or you can kind of put it on its back. Let's see here. Can I do that? You really can't put it on its back. That's kind of a shame. But anyway, so he's got his gun. This is a lot like the G1 gun, and that's pretty cool. So neat. Oh man, keeps wanting to fall over. He's a little top heavy in the back. So just to show you, that's what it looks like, cast in red plastic. Okay, so let's take a look at the figure itself. He has some bicep swivel. He's got that much elbow bend. These things here, you'd think these little disc things, they would turn. They don't turn. None of these three do. He's got a nice little Autobot symbol there in the center of his chest through the clear plate here, which is part of the microscope assembly. He has waist swivel. He has joints here that allow him to go all the way out or even further. So he can do the full splits. He can go back. He can do this number 2. So very cool. Lots of posability options. He has that ankle raka, and then I guess I don't know. It's not really a tilt. It's more like transformation. So okay, and on the back, this is what he looks like. That's where his head goes, and you can see the same thing with the wrists here. You can see he's got a little bit of hollowness there, and he's got some ports down here at the bottom, and yeah, so that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Let's give him a comparison to Optimus Prime from the Earthrise set. So that's what he looks like. Not too bad. So let's get him transformed into microscope mode. now that we have it. So this is going to be an interesting transformation, although there's a lot of familiar elements with the G1 that he shares. So first thing we'll do is we'll turn his head all the way around and then push it up all the way through the back, and it will snap just like that. Okay. Next thing you want to do is go ahead and move this out of the way. And by the way, that's kind of neat. This microscope cannon of his, it's got a little bit of a ratchet. You can actually see the ratchet. There it is, right there. See it? So, there you go. So if that's a consideration for you, that might, I don't know, if you mess with this too much, maybe it'll get loose. Who knows? Anyway, so let's go on ahead and continue with the transformation. I'm going to pull his ends out to the side, arms out to the side, and then these snap. So, and then I'm going to fold them in like this so that you got that. Okay, now you want to pull this down, and when you transform this back into its mode, this piece tabs into here, so it'll go like that. And it's a nice secure kind of a joint there. So what you want to do is turn a shoulder joint like this, which is, you can see the ball very clearly there, and then you want to pull it down like this, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Actually, let's see, can we? Yeah, definitely. It's got the same little lock-in joint there, so we're going to unlock it. And the same kind of ball joint there. Okay, so, and we're going to pull that all the way down. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull this up, and then we're going to pull this over too, and right here, these two will swivel up like this, and then we're going to meet them right there and tab that right into the slot. That's what we should look like right here. All right, so then we'll go on ahead and move these. I believe we'll move these up. Yep, move these up like this, and they will go into place here. So if you look, there is this kind of tab that's going to go into this slot. So make sure it kind of locks in there. And it's the same on both sides. All right, so next thing we want to do is pull his legs up, flip them out like this. Okay, and then we're going to turn it on its edge on its knee right here. By the way, let's see here. If I didn't show you this, his knee bends just like that, guys. It's pretty good. Pretty good stuff, by the way. Okay, so up, over, and then he's got this other thing here that allows him to do that. It's a joint right here that you can take this and move it this way, and you want to do the same thing for this side. So you can kind of see these little treads. They'll come into play in a little bit here. So, and then flip his toes down on his feet, flip this down here, and then take this and pull it down like that. Put them on the table, and you now have your microscope. Let me get him in the frame here. And that's what he looks like in microscope mode. And he's pretty cool looking microscope. If you choose and you have a big Autobot symbol, you can slap it right here. I'm going to have to double check to see if that's what he looks like in the movie. So, well, and then he has his gun. So if you want him to be a really well-armed microscope, you just put that gun right here. Boom, and there he goes. No one's gonna mess around with this guy. And I think you could put it into here as well. But okay. It's a little hard to do because of this clip thing here, so. And yeah, so, you know, I mean, it is the microscope. Can you see through the microscope? Well, the answer to that is I don't see through the microscope. It looks like you could, but I don't see it. Not really. It's clear on both top and bottom, but there's not much else you can do. Maybe you can look at his gun there under the microscope. So, or maybe you could have him, you know, checking out Optimus Prime. Anyway, so there we go with that. You know, and then he also does have this tank mode. So let's get him transformed into that mode. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn these 90 degrees this way. Okay. And then we are going to flip these around. I think like this. I believe this is how it goes. Yeah. And you'll see there's a tab here and a slot there. So we're going to aim for that. I believe just like that. So it should tab in like that. Same thing on this side. And you can see it a little bit easier or right here. There. Now, and I believe, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see here. Is that it? I guess that's it. So, yeah. Right. This is the tank mode. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much else to really say about that, outside of like, hey, that's a tank, all right. It has treads here. Now the G1 version and the Titan's Return version of this also had a tank mode. So this is, it's just kind of standard fare for this figure to have this. That's why the treads are on there and all that. Whoa, looks like I may have mistransformed this just a touch. So let's see here. I think this one here can go here, and like it can go here. So yeah, there we go. But you get the idea, and this is not a mode that he is well known for. So he won't be staying in this mode in my collection. So interesting. At least I think with the Titan's Return version, you could set little Perceptor down, and he could like it looked like he could man it or something like that. So that would be pretty interesting. But just for reference on the back of the box, yeah, it shows the same thing here. So yeah, it's an okay mode, but it's not really much to write home about, so to speak. In fact, I think you know, while we have him in this video, this is going to be the deal. There we go. So yeah, and he looks good this way. I think this is a decent version. Although, let's see here. All right, there. That looks better, I guess. All right. No way to lock that in, but this looks good. So there it is. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. It helps my channel out and doesn't cost you a thing. So I will talk to you guys next time.